Hey, how's it going? It's Eric with WKDQ, and was stopping by to talk about one of the legends in country music that we lost this past week, and that's Little Jimmy Dickens. At 94 years old, Little Jimmy has done it all, and he's just such an interesting part of the country music legacy, including the Grand Ole Opry, which he was still a part of up until his death. I had a couple instances where I ran into Little Jimmy Dickens. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I'm almost 34 years old. I've never heard Little Jimmy on the radio. I don't know anything of Little Jimmy other than his appearances on the Grand Ole Opry. But when I had the chance to go see him in concert with a good friend of mine quite a few years ago in Metropolis, Illinois, we saw the Little and Poe tour. This is about the same time Big and Rich was really big. So it was Little and Poe, Little Jimmy Dickens, and the singer of Poe Folks, which is Whispering Bill Anderson. And we actually had the chance to go backstage and meet these two legends. And you couldn't ask for two more gentlemen. I mean, they are the picture of just class, both of these guys. And I can still remember my friend who was working in radio with me, Brandy, and she said, "It's such a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dickens." And he said, I'll never forget, in that voice that only he could say, "The pleasure is all mine." I mean, just an awesome human being. And that was my one-time meeting. Didn't take a picture, and that's my one regret. Never took a picture with the man, but had several different appearances at the Grand Ole Opry. You'll hear me from time to time doing my show backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. And one of the first times I did that, they put me in a room, which was the Bluegrass room, which is right next door to the Little Jimmy Dickens room. Now, all the dressing rooms are themed, but when Jimmy's there, he uses the Little Jimmy Dickens dressing room. So I was right next door to the Little Jimmy Dickens dressing room. And I started doing my show at 3 o'clock. It's not until 5 that things start to happen backstage. And about that time, I hear the door next door open. And I'm thinking, maybe it's him. And I kind of take a little peek, and sure enough, there he is. It's Little Jimmy Dickens, all 4'11" of him in that room. And, and I just kind of peeked in real quick and then backed out. And then a few minutes later, I hear this guitar strumming, and I hear this feeble yet still amazing voice singing. And so I had to peek out again, peek around the corner and look in, and he's standing in the room by himself, Little Jimmy Dickens. He's facing the wall, he's playing his guitar, and he's practicing the song he's going to perform on the Opry stage. And it was just him in there, and it was just me looking in the door at him. And it was, I mean, even at 4'11", he seemed so huge. And a couple more times backstage at the Opry, he would come by in the hall, and I may look down at him and say, "Hello, sir," and he'd say, "Hello, how are you?" and walk on. And it was all I could do to just say hi, because he's so, not intimidating in a bad way, but he just has such an aura about him. You just have so much respect for him, you just don't want to say anything. So again, Little Jimmy, you will be missed, but you lived a wonderful and long life, and we all should be so lucky. Rest in peace, Little Jimmy.